and welcome back to Season 6, Episode 4 of Sports Talk. I'm your host, Lily Epes.
And I'm Todd Steinberg, and I'm Jay Still the GOAT.
On this episode of Sports Talk, we'll be diving into some good old Mepham girls basketball with our very own Victoria Caminiti, LeBron James NBA record, and of course the Super Bowl.
We can't forget about our record-breaking female wrestlers here at Mepham, though, Lily.
You're right, Tyler. Let's start off with Tally Robles.
So, as we all know, the talented wrestler, Tally Robles, she actually won the Long Island Championship for her respective weight class. Very, very talented wrestler, and again, such an accomplished, award to win. It's very hard, and I'm sure that she put a lot of work into getting where she is now.
Exactly. A lot of the wrestlers, they put in so much work, and I couldn't even imagine being a female in that male-dominated sport where you have to cut and you have to get the, your certain weight and the weight class. So, really big congratulations to her, but let's move on to girls basketball and see how they've been doing this season. So the girls are heading off to playoffs now. So what do you think that their successes have been since they are 8-4 in conference right now, Tyler?
Yeah, the thing I like about this team that, we haven't really seen in all the teams in the past is that they all love playing with each other. They have the talent. They may not be the most athletic team, but they have the talent. Felsberg, a very talented point guard. Not the biggest point guard, but very fast. She does a good job getting everyone involved. Brianna Fryer does a great job at the shooting guard. She's had multiple 25-plus point games, shooting 50% from the line. She does a great job at shooting. She opens up the court, and then you have the talented sophomore, Michaela Dobby, who is not only the future of this team, but she's making her presence known now. That's the great part about her. They use a lot of her. They use her a lot in the post and the paint. She's kind of doing the dirty for this team, but they have so many core pieces outside of the names that I just said that they just do a good job. Everyone on this team, they bond together, and they're just a hard team to beat overall.
Perfectly said. I know that this team is younger. They don't have a lot of seniors, but Michaela Dobby, Ashley Felsberg, Brianna Fryer are really stepping up this year, and they're bringing that mentality to playoffs, that these girls are working hard. Like you said, they may not be the most athletic, but if they do those little things right, if they rebound, if they play hard, if they don't get frazzled in those big playoff moments, I think that they're going to have a really good shot.
I agree with you. I mean, that's the thing that we see. There's going to be times where this Mepham team going to playoffs is going to play a team that might be better than them on paper or more athletic than them in a sense, and that's going to be a challenge for them. But the thing is that if this team, tries hard enough, they love playing with each other. They all love the game of basketball, and that's the important part. The part of the game that doesn't count on the stat sheet, the fact that they all love each other, that when they're on the court, and they do a good job of bonding. They always hustle. They make those extra plays that, again, you don't see. They don't count on the score sheet. So those are those little things that are going to hopefully take them to the next level, and we'll see if that comes in the playoffs.
Yeah, completely.
So now let's take a look at what the girls have to say, and this episode's mic'd up.
Box out! Yes, money, yes. Woo, basketball. Can I hear us? I'm in charge here. No, you're not. This is my segment. No, you're not. This is my segment. They all hear that. It's not. You're a part of it. You're a part of it. Yeah. Run. Girl. Oh my God. Sometimes I wonder if we need a smarty pants on this team. The squat position. Oh my. I need chapstick ASAP. I didn't lose my voice on right now. Oh my God. I thank God that's over. That's a turnover. If I say please, sometimes it goes in. Oh yeah, beautiful. Oh, that wasn't beautiful. Who's there? Who the heck is there? Oh, a water break. Katie, don't you need a water break? I'm so thirsty. I got fouled! Yeah, and she thought she could get away with it. Dirty for real. Katie. Look at the stance, Katie. Alive but barely breathing. Stop lying.
Nah, bro, you dirty for that.
I mean, I couldn't block. I couldn't.
I know, right? Best day ever.
Wait, sing it, Grace.
It's like, want something that, no, I'm not singing on here, guys, sorry. When Super Bass comes on, I go crazy. I wish we had that on our playlist.
We can get that.
This one is for the boys with the boom. Oh, hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you're doing.
I'm ready.
That's not a good shot, fellas. Press coming back. Get a cleaner shot. Get the stuff inside. It's no good.
Please do not get this on camera.
Put
Can I see some?
whatever at the foul line a lot. They're against our 2-3 sometimes. So right now you're dropping.
It's officially been a year since we've aired Mic'd Up.
It's crazy how high school has just flashed before my eyes.
I know, but Victoria Caminiti is probably one of my favorite Mic'd Up players.
I agree. I'm so excited to sit down with her.
Well, let's see what Victoria has to say on this month's The View.
Hello and welcome back to this month's The View, where we get to sit down with Mepham athletes and get a player's inside scoop on our sports teams. Today, I'm joined with the one and only senior Victoria Caminiti. So, Vicky Cam, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Today's a good day, so how are you doing?
Good day? I'm good. I'm very happy that you're here with us.
Thanks for having me. It's a little nerve-wracking, but
It's okay. You're going to be great. So, for the first question, I have to ask, what songs get you in the zone before a game?
So the first song that gets me in the zone, like when I'm by myself,
Yeah.
because I usually pick up Markella before the games. So the first song that gets me is Limbo by Daddy Yankee. It's a Spanish song. It's, oh my God, it's amazing.
Can you sing a little bit? I don't know it.
No, I'm not singing that song. That is embarrassing. Too far. But then the second song that like when me and Kel like our energy, like it's Come Down with the Sickness, but I cannot take credit for that song because Mr. Richards put me on from the wrestling team. So
Okay.
those are the top two songs that get me in the zone though.
I don't know that one, but can you tell the viewers who Markella is? Like,
Okay, yeah. So Markella is one of our bigs on the team. She's another senior, and yeah, she's a senior. She plays the big. She's a big scorer, and we really look to get the ball into her on the team.
Okay. I feel like basketball too, there's such a tight-knit team that you always like have one person like you go to, especially senior. Okay. So how has this season been for you guys, and what do you think like your key successes will be for the playoffs?
How we've been successful is mainly our defense.
Okay.
We've like really, our coach is H. He really stresses on us with defense, and he's a big guy with boxing out.
Yep.
So like boxing out and defense is like, I think how we're gonna be most successful throughout playoffs. And obviously like the little things like here and there, like passing and just doing things like having composure with us.
Okay, definitely. I feel like composure is a big thing that you mentioned before, right?
Yeah, because we have a tendency of like when the team speeds up, like when the other team speeds up, we speed up, and then we play sloppy. So as long as we keep our composure, I think we're good.
Definitely. I'm sure like your coaches will be on you for that. But so going off that, what do you guys think you need to improve on before playoffs?
I think a big thing we need to improve on is like I said, like our passing and our talking. We're not the greatest communicators. Off the court, yes, the bond is like always there and we're always talking. But on the court, I think we get a little anxious and then we don't really start talking as much. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we need to really improve on our communication and then like just like the little things like passing and like cuts and all that stuff.
What makes you guys like so nervous? Because I feel like you're like a big mouth, not a big mouth, but like, you know, you're like, you're like loud on the bench, like getting everybody up. And like even Ashley Felsberg, like I feel like everybody's loud. So like what causes that like, you know?
To happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what gets it is that like we are trying to like run a play. So like you're running through that all while like trying to realize like, oh my God, like I actually have to speak to my team. Or like, and there's just like so much stuff going through your mind that it's like, I forgot to speak.
That you're like not just you, it's like everybody.
It's not like a one-man game, it's like everyone, so like you have to talk to everyone, but I think we get a little anxious on that during there.
I think you guys will get there, especially with like you guys, and I think the younger team, they'll eventually get that up. So, I know, sad, but how does it feel that this is your last time playing Mepham basketball?
Okay, so it's kind of really sad because Coach Wills always reminds me that I didn't play freshman year.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Yeah, so I didn't play my freshman year, so I started sophomore year. And like, not that this, like my 3 years has been like, haven't been amazing, but like that fourth year, like the fact that I've missed it and like this is my last year, it's like really sad. Like I'm sad to see like all the bonds, especially this year and last year that we've built, like, oh my God, I'm gonna miss it so much and playing with them every day. Like, I'm so sad.
I feel like especially like Mepham basketball, like I played all, like 3 years, but you get so close with that team because it's the longest season.
Yes, it's so long. Like, and then you plan things to do and stuff like that. It's like, it's just so much and like, and such a, it's like seems like a long time, but it's like such a short time.
Such a short time.
That like, it, in a blink, you're like, holy cow, it's over, so.
I feel like next year when we're in college, like, we're gonna be able to go away for February break and spring break and be like, where's basketball?
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be like, it's 3 o'clock every day. Why am I sitting in my dorm and not on a basketball court? But it's okay. I'll figure myself out somehow.
No more Saturday morning bagels.
Oh my God, those are my favorite. No more. I'll have to do it by myself. In the school cafeteria, it's fine. I'll send a picture to the group chat, it's fine. They'll get it.
Okay, so Vic, we played basketball our whole lives together, which I haven't thought about until now, which is really cool because I feel like a lot of people don't get to do that and have that kind of bond. So what does basketball mean to you, and what can you talk about that you got out of your basketball journey?
So basketball means to me, like, it's kind of just like a family, and it's always like been there for me. Like, everyone is like I'm sure for you, like softball is like your way to get out of like reality. So like basketball for me is like that outlook for me. So like, and like the journey, it's been like through my family. Like my brothers played, and like my sister plays, and like I play, and like I just remember like outside, like my brother's like a big inspiration with me for basketball. So like I remember him playing outside, and then I'm like, can I play with you? And he's just like, be better and stuff like that. So like I really like, he's really pushed me to become like through the journey, and I just remember that that's how like we always were like, yo, let's go play outside while like, so I think it's like an important like outtake for me because it's always like, oh, like I'm in a bad mood, like let me go like
go outside.
play, play basketball. So I think that's why it's impacted me.
That's what's
so
impacted
much,
you.
Yeah.
Is there like one thing that like you've taken away like personally, like that will go on like with your life?
I've definitely realized because like I'm not. This is gonna sound bad the way I'm gonna say it, but like I'm an aggressive person, like on the court.
Yes.
Yeah. So like
You want to win.
Yeah, basically. So I've taken away that like you need to like for things you really want in life, like you have to be aggressive and like go for it.
Go get
Like
it.
you just can't like sit back and relax. Like if you really want it, like you got to work for it and everything.
So true. So true. But I feel like that's also another thing as an athlete. Like you learn so much as an athlete, but basketball especially, being so contact and like team driven, like you have to go and work for it. Because if you don't play your part, then nothing's gonna happen.
And also like I've also learned that like you can rely. It's okay to rely on other people.
Yes.
Because like for basketball, it's not like a one-man sport. Like
No.
you can't just be like, I'm gonna dribble up the court and just shoot it, because there's gonna be someone there. Like you look that like the family that is on the court is like always there for you.
So inspirational. Stop. Okay. The last one to wrap everything up. So we just talked about how you've been playing basketball your whole life, and me too. But what would you say to your younger self before you end off your basketball career? What would you say to little Vicky Cam playing
Little
in
Vicky
Vietnam?
Cam, I would probably tell myself that definitely not to be as hard as I was like growing up on myself. That like yes, it's important and like there's a reason why you're doing it, but like I feel like every athlete along the lines gets really hard on themselves and gets down when something wrong goes. Like just to keep your head up, because at the end of the day, you're gonna become a better athlete by learning all those mistakes and stuff. And I would tell myself to keep those friendships that you make in those, because as shown, they come back in high school and throughout the rest of your life. So yeah, that's what I say.
I think little Vicky Cam would, in the big St. Barnabas
Oh my
jersey,
God.
would very much listen to you.
I think I've been wearing maroon like my whole life, because those St. Barnabas, like oh my God, I just realized that the fact that I'm not gonna be wearing maroon next year,
it's okay.
it's fine. It's fine. I'll get over it.
Well, Vicky Cam, thank you so much for joining me here today, and I wish you the very best in playoffs.
Thank you. And I would like to say, everyone, please come out at Bethpage at 11 o'clock on Saturday to come and support us.
Yes.
Please.
So I'll be cheering for you in the stands, and that's all for The View. So back to you, Tyler.
Thanks, Lily. I can't believe that this is, Victoria's last year in high school.
Honestly, I can't believe it either. We grew up playing basketball together.
Lily, did I hear that right? That I'm going to have to get to talk some sports with the one and only Luke Yaffe?
Tyler, you're correct. I decided to let go of the reins and let Luke sit down with you, Tyler, since the two of you are much more equipped than I am to talk about the NBA.
I'm so excited to get to talk with the one and only. But before that, let's see what Peter Horocek has to say in this month's Sports Breakdown.
I'm Peter Horocek, and in this episode of Sports Breakdown, we will be taking a look into the NBA scoring record being broken. On February 7th, 2023, NBA legend LeBron James broke the scoring record held by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which was previously at an insane 38,387 points. At the end of the game, LeBron stood at 37,390 points. The Lakers were playing the Thunder as the record was broken, and the game was even paused so that LeBron could celebrate with friends and family. LeBron passed Kareem when many thought the record would never be broken. Kareem was actually sitting courtside as LeBron broke the record. It took Kareem 1,560 games to break the record, while it took LeBron James 1,408 games. Many are very happy for LeBron, such as athletes and celebrities like Magic Johnson and Tiger Woods, congratulating him on the record. It's amazing to see his plays on the court as well as his strategic thinking in action. LeBron is very deserving of this record, and he proved that a record that many thought would never be broken can be.
Thanks, Peter. Honestly, I'm a little bit nervous about this one, but here we go. Let's see what Yepes number 2 has to say about LeBron's new NBA record.
Thanks, Lily. And now I get the pleasure to be here with the one and only star of Sheep on the Loose, Luke Yepes. Luke, how you doing today?
I'm great, Tyler. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's about damn time that you're here on the show. And this might be a little preview of next year. We'll see about that. But we had some record-breaking situations here in the NBA. LeBron James breaking the all-time points record, passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What are your thoughts, really, on LeBron's career so far and this great achievement?
Personally, I think that is something that will never be done ever again. To be doing that in 20 seasons, I know 20 may sound like a lot, but Kareem had that many points in 21 seasons. I think it's one of the most impressive things. I think what we should get straight into is, does this make LeBron the GOAT?
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely a heated debate. And when it comes to pure just like accomplishments and stuff in your career, you could make that case. But we can just talk about pure dominance. Who is overall the better player? When you break all the things down, the skills, by percentages, by stats, I still got to give it to MJ. I mean, the era that he played in, how tough of a player he was, and just overall his ability and skill, I would say tops LeBron.
I agree. I think that MJ definitely had that skill level that he was playing at with those people that he was playing with and against was something that the NBA will never see ever again. But you have to realize that LeBron was coming straight out of high school, the age of 18, new kid. He had all the pressure on him. He had to live up to these great expectations because the hype was all around him. And he did just that. He was bringing no-names, literal randoms on the Cavaliers to the finals. Nobody, like Jordan couldn't even do that. But that's something so impressive to me, the fact that he was one of the most skillful players ever. He was able to score on any part of the court, behind the line, from the perimeter, inside, anywhere. He's just, something like that is just, it's like I said, it's something that's never going to be done again.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with you there. I mean, he always made players better. The thing is, like, it's really hard to come out of high school with the nickname The Chosen One and outplay that nickname. I mean, that's something that's extremely hard to do. And, you know, we won't ever question how great of a player LeBron was and how much of a great job that he did making everyone on the court better. But when it comes to just pure skill, I got to give it to Jordan. Speaking of now, let's go back to current NBA. I got to ask, who's your favorite team?
I am a Miami Heat fan.
And I got to hear the origin story to that.
So, I came out the womb a Miami Heat fan, you know. My father, he was a big Dwayne Wade fan. When Dwayne Wade went to the Heat, he just followed him. And, he definitely started to become an even bigger Heat fan after the 2006 finals, and they won his first ring with that team of an old Jason Williams, whose jersey I'm wearing right now, Gary Payton, Antoine Walker, Shaquille O'Neal, some old washed, but had some talent back in their days. And I think after that, that's where he just stuck with it, and that's where me and Lily is Miami Heat fans.
So I can tell right out the womb you had a Dwayne Wade jersey on. I can just see that right now. I'm picturing that image. So I got to ask, how are the Heat doing right now?
I'd expect better. With this time in the NBA right now, injuries rule the game. There's never a time where there's a full team that's healthy. There's always injuries that play a part. Some guys miss, back-to-back games and they'll come back for another week, and then it just messes with the whole schedule. I think that plays a big factor on that team. Somebody like Jimmy Butler, who's a nice veteran on that team that can really show the young ones like how the game goes is very special. So I think that we can be doing better, but what we're doing right now, I think, is we're holding up.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, we've seen the Heat make some serious runs in the past, even though they came up short a few times.
LeBron?
Yeah,
2012,
LeBron.
2013.
LeBron has just, made a great impact for and against the franchise, which is a crazy thing to think about. And we also talk about guys, before LeBron. I mean, the guys that made the game of basketball what it is today. Guys like Magic Johnson, one of the best point guards of all time. Larry Bird, Oscar Robinson, one of the first point guards to average a triple-double. I got to ask, all-time favorite basketball player, who is it?
All-time favorite basketball player? That's a hard one to say. I think that I don't really have a favorite basketball player, but I think that Kyrie Irving is one of the most fun basketball players to watch, in my opinion.
I agree with you there. I mean, that shot against the Warriors in that finals is one of the best shots that I can ever say that I've watched on live television. So I'd like to say thank you, Luke, for coming on the show. It's been an honor to have you here. So I want you on more. I'm gonna have to talk with Lily. You're gonna be on the show more. If it's up to me, trust me, you will be. Now let's see, Lily. Do you have any more for the show for us?
Well, that looked like lots of fun.
Yeah, you better be careful. He looks like he's coming for your spot.
Yeah, you're the one that has to be careful because I've only got 4 months left.
Wait, so you're telling me that I have to write the script, edit, and produce the show as well?
Yep, and you'll be fine. You'll get used to it.
I can't believe that, you, Q, Manno, Finn, all these people are leaving me next year. I don't want to think about that.
I know, but before you lose it, let's send it off to Manno and let him do his thing. Take it away, Manno.
Thanks, Lily. I'm Matt Manno, back with the fastest minute in sports. Let's set the clock. 2 years ago, in my first year of this segment, I made my predictions on some prop bets for the Super Bowl because, let's be honest, even football fans don't watch the Super Bowl for the actual football. I mean, I'm like that. And I'll be honest, I nailed it last time and I'll do it again. The over is easy money when it comes to Chris Stapleton's national anthem. I mean, it's a country singer. It's too easy. Next up is my favorite bet, the coin toss. Kansas City, as the visitors, will call tails, but I think they're going to lose. And Miles Sanders' first touchdown bets will cash shortly thereafter. The next guest isn't a bet per se, but I wanted to take a shot at outguessing the new Fox graphics that we know are coming. And oh, by the way, you can see my game prediction right there. Last but not certainly least, the Gatorade color. I say blue if the Eagles win, but they won't, so bet Andy Reid's favorite color, orange. Remember, B&B does not endorse gambling. And now I'm going to send it back to Tyler and Lily in the studio. Go Patriots.
Thanks, Manno. And that will just about wrap up another episode of this season's Sports Talk.
Make sure you tune in to our award-winning live broadcast games and check out the B&B YouTube page.
That's all for us, and we'll see you next month.